For the friends that asked me to make this to show them how to create this program, I wrote up this batch file here, and I'll put it in the comments so you can just copy and paste it, but you will need to change a few things depending on names of devices and things like that. This first section here, you don't really need. It's just a kill command for if this batch file, or if you create it as a program, whatever is already running, it'll keep it from running multiple instances. And if you don't need that, then you can just add two semicolons there in front, change it to a comma, and it's ignored in the program. And this anywhere it says echo, that's what it'll display in the batch file as it shows there. So whatever, you can have these show whatever you want them to be, and add or remove depending on how many outputs you have. And for each one of these, there's the if choice here, the selections, and I have the links here, the NERC, the VAC, bat.exe, icon converter, and these last two are just if you want to create the batch file into an exe, make it a little simpler to use. But the NERC it adds a lot of options for changing the default audio devices. For example, the set sys volume. It has a max. The 100% max will be 65,535. The 13,107 is 20% of max volume. So depending on what I select, like if I select line 1, it'll set that at 100% volume, and the others set 20%. And VAC can do that. But the NERC, whatever you have that installed, you just make sure you have the correct path typed up there. And for your audio devices here, these need to be typed up exactly as they're displayed in your playback devices. And if there's any spaces in any of the words or anything, make sure you have quotation marks. Like I have line 1, I got space there, so I got quotes, that. And again, the NERC path, and again, exact names to make sure you double check all that, make sure everything's exactly as it should be in your playback devices. Echo, that's just another comment in the batch file, when it'll tell you what it has selected in the batch file when you select something. And task list, this double checks to see if audio repeater is running, and if it is running, depending on what option you select, it'll kill audio repeater. And this last one, line 1, if audio repeater is not running, then it'll start it. And it goes to my code here. So if audio repeater is not running, it'll start 2 instances of audio repeater, and of course you need to have the path exactly the same as wherever you have it installed, so make sure that's correct. And also the input lines, so whenever it does start the VAC, make sure it shows exactly the same as in here. Like even this part, the headset Turtle Beach, how it's cut off there instead of saying headset in the end parentheses, it's cut off. Make sure it's all exactly the same. This is sample ratings, make sure it's all correct. Auto start is it'll auto start the VAC whenever it starts here. And yeah, my kill, that's just an extension from here that'll kill the audio repeater from any of the first 3 options. Yeah, for the most part, just copy paste should work fine once you change your playback devices, paths, and I think that should be all. So if you want to change it to an exe, if you get a picture you like, you can select it with I made a PNG here, convert it, and I went here as a little audio icon. Let's exit out of that. Again, that was the icon converter there. Then goes to the bat.exe converter. So I already have that up. Select the batch file, have it as default audio, and go output as audio exe. Version information, this is where you select your icon file. Select the little speaker icon. Editor, it'll show you the whole batch file in case you want to change anything. Then just click compile, exit, and there it is. Alright, now bring up playback devices so I can see it change. And there, went to the TV, headset, speakers, line 1, and line 1 started 2 audio repeaters. I already started with setting selected. Then if I select something else again, it'll automatically close it. And yeah, I think that's all you need to know.